Hello Pisces. I'm your inner voice awakening. You are not here by chance. The energies of the cosmos have conspired to bring you this message. Open your spirit and allow the wisdom of the universe to illuminate your path today. The moment you arrived here was sealed long before your conscious mind decided to listen. Forces older than time itself aligned unseen currents, subtle signs, and quiet whispers so that these words would find you now. This is not coincidence, nor chance, nor idle curiosity. Something beyond the veil has leaned toward you and said, "Now." You are being addressed because your spirit was ready to hear, and because your soul has reached a threshold where silence is no longer an option. Pisces, child of the deep waters, bearer of ancient dreams. Today the key is this. What was hidden beneath the surface is finally ready to rise. You have lived long enough feeling that something was forming inside you, something unnamed, something powerful but restrained. The waters around you have been murky, yes, but murkiness is not emptiness. It is preparation. And before this current carries you further, stay present, stay open, because before this message completes its cycle, a realization will reach you that alters how you walk, how you love, and how you claim what is meant to be yours. You are warned gently but firmly. There are eyes that have watched you not with love, but with quiet envy. There are words spoken about you in rooms you have never entered. Do not fear this revelation. It comes not to weaken you, but to sharpen your sight. Pisces, you feel things before you see them. That unease you dismissed, that heaviness you couldn't explain, that sudden fatigue when certain names appeared. Those were not illusions. The universe does not whisper without reason. Enemies do not always arrive with swords. Sometimes they come wrapped in smiles and familiarity. Yet know this. No shadow can survive prolonged exposure to truth. The cards open with the image of water meeting light. This is the sign of your essence. You have endured emotional droughts while appearing calm on the surface. You have given love without measuring return. You have carried others across storms while your own boat leaked quietly. But the universe has been keeping count. Every tear swallowed, every boundary broken for the sake of peace, every night you chose compassion over retaliation has been recorded in a ledger unseen. Justice is not late. It is deliberate. Repeat this softly, let it settle into your bones. I am aligned with the flow that protects and provides for me. This is not a wish. This is a decree. The situation begins to unfold now. In matters of love, you have questioned your worth. You have wondered why your heart feels deeper than the hands that tried to hold it. Pisces, you were never meant for shallow connections. Your love is oceanic, and those who feared drowning tried to cage you instead. A cycle of emotional imbalance is ending. A person from the past may attempt to reappear, not because they have changed, but because they sense your frequency rising beyond their reach. This is a test of discernment. Love that returns should arrive with clarity, not confusion. Money and work have felt like uphill tides. Effort without immediate reward. Plans delayed. Promises postponed. But look closer. The delay was a shield. Had things moved faster, you would have accepted less than you deserved. The universe slowed time so you wouldn't settle. An opportunity forms quietly now, connected to your intuition rather than force. Trust the idea that keeps returning. It is not random. It is guidance. And then the energy shifts. A card turns. The tone changes. The wheel moves. Here is the moment you were told would come. The hidden becomes visible. The weight lifts abruptly. What blocked you is removed not by struggle, but by alignment. Someone who worked against you loses influence. A truth comes out without you having to defend yourself. This is divine justice in motion. Chains loosen. The water clears. Say it again with conviction. I am aligned with the flow that protects and provides for me. In this turning, abundance is not only financial. It is energetic. Sleep becomes deeper. Decisions become easier. Your yes feels clean. Your no feels firm. Pisces, you are reclaiming authorship over your life. The color that strengthens you now is sea green, the shade of renewal and emotional clarity. Your numbers carry vibration in repetition. 3, 7, and 21. Watch where they appear. They are confirmations. Your spiritual energy is expanding through dreams. Pay attention to symbols, to feelings upon waking. Messages travel to you when your mind rests. Pause here for a breath, and write in the comments a simple declaration, altered from your own truth. I choose the path that heals and elevates me. By writing it, you anchor it. As you do this, remember that honoring the signs is a sacred exchange. A gentle act of appreciation, a simple gesture of agreement with the universe, opens channels wider. Offering your support to this message is also a promise to yourself that you are ready to receive more clarity, more guidance, more light. The narrative continues, uninterrupted, because your journey does not reset, it evolves. The waters grow calmer now, but not still. Stillness is not your destiny. Flow is. Pisces, you are learning that softness is not weakness, and boundaries are not betrayal. Another warning surfaces, quieter than the first. Be mindful of overgiving in the coming weeks. Not everyone who asks deserves access. Protect your rituals, your time, your creative space. The universe is repositioning you, and not everyone can follow where you are going. In love, a new dynamic forms. If you are partnered, honesty deepens the bond, but only if you speak from truth rather than fear of loss. If you are unattached, a connection approaches through shared purpose rather than immediate passion. This person recognizes your depth without trying to rescue or reshape you. This is rare. Do not rush it. Let it reveal itself naturally. Financially, a release occurs. A debt, a burden, or a persistent worry begins to dissolve. It may not vanish overnight, but the pressure eases. You regain control. Work aligns more closely with your values. A creative or intuitive skill becomes profitable when you stop undervaluing it. You were never meant to survive. You were meant to thrive. The cards show a mirror now. This is the turning inward. The greatest shift happens not outside, but within. You forgive yourself for staying too long, for doubting your instincts, for believing silence was safety. Forgiveness here is not erasure. It is liberation. Repeat for the third and final time, with calm authority. I am aligned with the flow that protects and provides for me. This repetition seals the message. It is spoken 3 times because your spirit recognizes patterns, cycles, tides. Energy rises again. The final transformation approaches. The universe does not end messages without promise. Victory is shown clearly now. Not loud, not boastful, but undeniable. Love stabilizes. Abundance circulates. Peace becomes familiar. You step into a role where others seek your guidance, drawn to your calm strength. You are no longer chasing meaning. You are embodying it. Your spiritual aura brightens. Meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection amplifies your intuition. You feel less rushed by the world. You trust timing. You trust yourself. And this trust becomes magnetic. As this reading reaches its natural close, know that you are not being left. You are being released. Released into your next chapter with protection around you and clarity within you. Walk gently, but confidently. The waters know your name. The current does not break. It deepens. What you are entering now is not a new beginning but a fuller remembering of who you have always been beneath the layers of expectation, disappointment, and quiet endurance. Pisces, as the reading flows forward, the universe leans closer, almost maternal in its tone, firm yet tender, reminding you that you are held even when you felt abandoned by outcomes that did not arrive on time. There is a subtle warning carried on the water now. Not danger, but awareness. You have outgrown certain emotional environments, and if you attempt to shrink yourself to fit them again, your spirit will feel heavy. This is the moment to honor discomfort as guidance. When something feels off, it is not your imagination. It is your intuition asking you to choose yourself. The universe is not testing your patience anymore. It is testing your self-respect. Another card reveals itself, and it carries the symbol of a veil lifting. Secrets dissolve without confrontation. Truth no longer needs your effort. Pisces, this is divine intervention at work. Someone who misjudged you, someone who benefited from your silence, is exposed not by your voice but by their own actions. This is justice that does not ask you to fight. It simply restores balance. In love, this creates a profound shift. You stop romanticizing potential and start honoring reality. This does not harden your heart. It refines it. You realize that love does not require sacrifice of self, only presence of truth. Emotional reciprocity becomes non-negotiable. If you are in union, conversations deepen, and wounds begin to heal because honesty replaces avoidance. If you are alone, solitude feels less like absence and more like sacred space preparing you for alignment. Money and purpose intertwine now. You are shown that abundance responds to clarity. When you stop doubting your worth, opportunities mirror that certainty. A delayed payment, an approval, or recognition resurfaces unexpectedly. The universe compensates you not only for what you lost, but for what you endured quietly. Pisces, you are entering a season where effort and reward begin to speak the same language. There is a moment here where the energy intensifies. The reading reaches another turning point. A card of transformation appears. Water becoming mist, mist becoming light. This is the release of an old identity. You no longer define yourself by struggle. You no longer introduce yourself through survival stories. You step into a narrative where peace is allowed to stay. Pause with this truth and let it anchor you. In the middle of your day, when doubt tries to return, remember this simple decree and whisper it internally. I am aligned with the flow that protects and provides for me. Let it steady you like a mantra carried by waves. The universe also speaks of health and energy. Emotional exhaustion begins to lift as you set clearer boundaries. Rest becomes restorative instead of restless. Your dreams grow vivid, symbolic. Pay attention to water, doors, and light in your dreams. They are confirmations. Spiritually, you are supported by unseen allies. You are not navigating this alone. Your lucky elements surface again. The color sea green continues to calm and attract clarity, while silver enhances intuition. Numbers repeat in patterns. 3, 7, 21, and now 9, the number of completion. When you see it, acknowledge it silently. This acknowledgement strengthens your alignment. The message now turns gently toward encouragement. Pisces, do not underestimate the power of gratitude expressed through action. When you feel resonance with this guidance, offering appreciation is more than courtesy, it is commitment. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive further insight, deeper clarity, and expanded blessings. As the reading flows onward, the tone softens but remains resolute. Victory is no longer distant. It is unfolding quietly in daily choices. You choose peace over proving. You choose intuition over impulse. You choose alignment over attachment. The final current in this continuation carries reassurance. Whatever you feared losing was never meant to define you. Whatever left created space for something truer. Love, abundance, and emotional security are not rewards you must earn. They are states you are returning to. The tide continues to move, and with it, Your understanding deepens. Pisces, there is a quiet strength awakening in you now, one that does not announce itself loudly, yet reshapes everything it touches. You begin to notice how situations that once drained you no longer have the same power. Where there was reaction, there is now observation. Where there was fear, there is discernment. This is not emotional distance. This is mastery of your inner ocean. The universe places another sign before you, subtle but undeniable. A pattern breaks. Something that repeated itself for years, whether a type of relationship, a financial struggle, or an inner dialogue of self-doubt, loses momentum. You realize you no longer resonate with it. This is how cycles end. Not with drama, but with indifference. Darkness fades when it stops being fed. Yet before full release, there is one more revelation. A hidden influence surfaces, not to frighten you, but to free you. Someone once close did not wish you harm consciously, but carried unresolved wounds that clung to your energy. You mistook familiarity for safety. The universe gently removes this cord now. You may feel lighter, even if you cannot explain why. Trust this sensation. It is alignment restoring itself. In love, this creates space for truth to breathe. Emotional honesty becomes effortless. You stop chasing reassurance and start attracting certainty. Pisces, the love meant for you does not require you to prove your value. It recognizes it instinctively. This is a profound shift. If a heart approaches you now, it does so with respect, not confusion. If you are healing alone, that healing accelerates because you stop reopening wounds for the sake of nostalgia. Material abundance responds next. Money is energy, and energy follows clarity. You begin to see where you once undervalued your time, your creativity, your emotional labor. This awareness brings correction. A new stream opens, perhaps through an idea, a collaboration, or a role that aligns with your sensitivity rather than suppressing it. Pisces, your intuition is not a weakness in the material world. It is your competitive advantage. Another turning point arrives. The cards reveal a symbol of inheritance, not necessarily physical, but spiritual. You reclaim wisdom passed through your lineage, strength learned through survival, compassion refined through hardship. This is ancestral support stepping forward. You were never meant to carry everything alone. Help comes from unexpected places once you allow yourself to receive. Hold this decree gently within you, as a truth rather than a plea. I am aligned with the flow that protects and provides for me. Feel how calm it makes your breath. This is how alignment feels. Quiet, steady, unforced. Your energy field brightens again. Others may comment that you seem calmer, more centered. You are no longer absorbing chaos that does not belong to you. Spiritually, your intuition sharpens. You sense outcomes before they arrive. You feel guided towards certain choices without needing justification. Trust this. You are being led, not pushed. There is also a moment of instruction here. The universe asks you to act when inspired, not to overthink signs once they appear. When the door opens, step through. When the invitation feels peaceful, accept it. When something requires you to betray yourself to maintain it, let it go. Simplicity becomes your compass. As this message continues to unfold, it brings reassurance about timing. What you desire has not forgotten you. Love, stability, and joy are not withheld. They are aligning. The delays were adjustments, not denials. Pisces, patience was teaching you discernment, not punishment. Victory now shows itself clearly. You emerge from this phase with a stronger sense of self, deeper trust in your intuition, and renewed faith in unseen support. The universe does not promise a life without waves, but it promises that you will always know how to navigate them. Carry this forward gently. Let the message settle, not as something external, but as a truth you recognize. You are guided. You are protected. And you are moving toward a chapter written not by fear, but by alignment, love, and abundance. The water keeps speaking, Pisces, and it does so now with a depth that can only be reached after surrender. You have crossed an invisible threshold. What once felt heavy now feels distant, as if it belonged to another version of you. The universe confirms this gently. You are no longer who you were when the struggle began, and because of that, the struggle cannot follow you where you are going. There is a moment of stillness here, not emptiness, but sacred pause. This is where many miss the message because they mistake calm for stagnation. But calm is the signal that alignment has taken hold. When chaos fades, clarity enters. When urgency dissolves, truth becomes audible. Listen closely now, because guidance arrives softly. A final warning emerges, calm yet firm. Do not doubt what you already know just because others question it. Pisces, your intuition has been refined through pain, not fantasy. You learn to read between silences, to feel shifts before words changed. If something feels complete, it is. If something feels forced, it is not meant to continue. The universe asks you to trust the knowing that arrives without explanation. Another card turns, and its energy is unmistakable. Release. This is the shedding of emotional armor you no longer need. You are no longer in survival mode. You do not have to stay alert for disappointment. The universe is repositioning you into a season where goodness arrives without a hidden cost. This may feel unfamiliar at first. Let it be unfamiliar. Healing often feels strange to those who grew up fighting. In love, this manifests as safety. Not intensity, not chaos, not constant proving, but safety. A love that allows you to rest inside yourself. If you are already connected to someone, the bond stabilizes, becoming more honest, more transparent. If you are still waiting, know this, the delay was protection. The heart meant for you could not meet you while you were still bleeding. Now you are healing, and the meeting draws closer. Financially, a sense of control returns. You begin to feel capable rather than anxious. Resources stretch further. Decisions become wiser. You stop spending energy trying to impress or compensate. You invest instead, in yourself, in growth, in peace. This shift multiplies abundance quietly. Pisces, prosperity responds when desperation leaves. Your spiritual energy reaches a peak here. You may feel called to spend more time alone, not out of isolation, but integration. Silence becomes nourishing. You reconnect with creativity, prayer, meditation, or nature. Water remains your ally. Showers, oceans, rivers, even rain bring clarity. Let them cleanse you. At this point in the message, the universe asks for one conscious act. Write this phrase or speak it aloud, as a living intention. I choose clarity, protection, and abundance on my path. This is a turning key. By declaring it, you accept responsibility for the life opening before you. And as a quiet act of gratitude, a small gesture of acknowledgement strengthens the bond between you and the guidance you receive. Gratitude is not submission. It is alignment. It says, I am present, I am listening, I am ready. The final current carries promise. Gentle yet absolute. Victory is not dramatic. It is stable. Love is not overwhelming. It is grounding. Abundance is not sudden. It is sustainable. Pisces, this is the kind of blessing that lasts because it grows with you. As the reading draws to its natural close, there is no abrupt ending, only continuation. You leave this message not alone, but accompanied. The universe walks with you now, not ahead of you, not behind you, but beside you. Go forward with trust. What you sensed was true. What you released was necessary. What awaits you is aligned. May peace settle into your days, may love meet you without struggle, and may abundance find you ready to receive it.